Okay, so we're gonna play a good game. I was reminded of this by playing that other one, if this is working. Here we go. And this is NecroVision Lost Company, sequel to NecroVision, which actually wasn't that good. It's kind of a World War I supernatural shooter.
I have successfully isolated the substance inside our test tank. But this breakthrough could have the deadliest consequences, and we must now proceed with extreme caution.
Basically, you're playing this guy named Jonah Zimmerman, who's a German scientist who basically comes out as a Nazi during World War I, which is kind of strange. But he's a scientist who's developed a biological weapon or a gas-based weapon that has accidentally started to raise dead. He's creating zombies by accident, basically. This is Verdun. This is interesting because it doesn't really give you anything. It just drops you. Oh yeah, here we have one of our first enemies. These are trench raiders. They're obviously
pathological symptoms.
Basically.
The plague spreading even faster than we thought.
Yet we hold the gun sideways.
More infected men. And their symptoms don't look the same. This is chaos.
I do like how this game has sort of a, it's almost self-referential how there are different enemy types. Like the guy says that all the zombies don't appear to be the same type. So you can get these combos that, while they don't appear to have any effect early on, they actually do increase your cover names like Bruce Willis, Rush Hour, stuff like that. You can actually get these because you can actually get these vampire artifacts. Oh yeah. All the weapons are really good. I mean, they have good, again, punchy, unlike Uber Soldier 2, the weapons feel like, powerful weapons. You blow guys apart and bits and pieces fly off. All the zombies have good look. Like they look like they've been torn to pieces by shell fire. I mean, World War I aesthetic going. Basic pistol, Luger. I mean, the weapons actually do. They kind of do the off. A lot of them, especially the Luger, do like the off-screen thing. A lot of older FPSs did, where the gun the gun goes down and comes back up fully reloaded, sort of like GoldenEye, but at least the slide locks back. Not very powerful, but I mean, eventually they die. They throw rocks at you. It's kind of a... The thing is, it kind of does the painkiller thing where it just throws a bunch of enemies at you and doesn't really, tell you how long it's going to take, so it just kind of leaves you out of ammo. I mean, I've played all the way through to Chapter 9, which is when things get insane with vampires and such, but let's just do this. Let's get up here. Oh, back. Flare gun. See, it has secret places, sort of like how... Like I was saying in the other video, Wolfenstein, Doom, and a number of other games. You take a lot of damage, which is convenient since you die, and also the flare pistol can set people on fire, so which is always fun. I don't know how you're supposed to aim like this stuff. Things blur out. It's like they tried to do, special effects, but they just didn't. They don't react very well, or they follow through their own animations very well. It's very strange, but again, not a very high price game. Very simple. Again, another Russian company. Exploding barrels, good fun. see. Ooh,
A barbarian device. But their heads won't like the feel of it.
You'll yield on melee weapons. You can dual wield a bunch of the guns, but
October the 16th, 1916, on some god-forsaken station.
I'll let the
They can't
guys
say I didn't try. It spread so fast. After an hour, I was the only one left. 1 hour! We came by train, fully equipped. The boys unloaded their gear and started looking for a place to assemble. But those wires that came from the ground, they took some of the men. Others were victims of the plague.
You can close with the enemy.
Is there
You
now?
can fill them full of
Good
bullets
as
from your
dead
Luger
already.
and then
The ammo is on the
clack them
other
in
side of the
trench
station.
coat, which is fun.
If anyone is reading this, go back. Go back now.
Yeah, you can
Remember,
chop out, blow
they
off
need
top of
to
their head with
always
a trench
stay
coat.
in one place.
Get a gas mask, which automatically loads, which is convenient. Oh, God. It goes through ammo. It's a real ammo hog. Still, you know, that's one of the things I liked about this game. I was surprised by it. It feels, you know, like they really tried to copy Painkiller, and they did their best job at making a Painkiller clone that's as good as Painkiller, that feels as good to play as Painkiller does when it's on one of the good ones, like Hell and Damnation or the original Black Edition. Help surrounded Germans.
The youth of today, brave, stupid, and can't survive without an old man's help. Oh yes, I've missed the feel of cold Imperial steel.
Yeah, so the Doctor's a little bit creepy. Headshots are difficult with old rifles.
Come on, quick! This way! The barricade won't hold unless we help them! Be careful. This disease is sending some of our boys insane. They're firing at us for no reason and...
Exposition. Oh, jeez.
Damn fool! Are they all just raw recruits? Seems like they need me more than I need them.
Realism. Throwing rocks at me and beating me. Oh, that's a glitch. Yeah, there are glitches with this game, one of which seems to be I'm trapped in looking at the side view. It makes me more accurate, of course. Oh, these are the next enemies. These are the first guys that you encounter who are
These aren't the same as the others. Something
who are
much
armed with
worse is
machine
happening
guns. These
here.
appear to be German Imperial Naval Infantry that all carry MP-18s and have full Navy uniforms, despite the fact that Verdun is nowhere near the ocean. So I mean, the uniforms are kind of cool. I'm not sure how accurate they are. I mean, I'm no expert. I'm not much of an expert on World War I uniforms, but see them blow out their arms, see kind of cool. I mean, they're still destructible after death, which is not something you see in a lot of games. I guess it's zombies, so they're okay. Oh, and you can dual wield looters. They can fire independently, so you know the turntable segment.
Deus ex machina. Thank God our engineers are better than our soldiers.
This is one of the strangest things, is how the dude you're playing as straight up spends most of his time insulting the German army, but he's still, you know, he's a German soldier. And I mean,
I'd better go in there. Not that there'll be much help to me.
See, basically, he's the most unlikable player character I've ever played. So, wall 9mm. Whoa.
Got you.
Back. Oh. See, I mean, the blood actually runs down. I mean, that's not something that I've seen in even a lot of newer games. And again, this sort of has the, you know, I seem to talk a lot about Wolfenstein when I was playing the other one, but I'm going to talk a lot about Painkiller while doing this, because there's a huge, you know, there's a good enemy variety. You know, each of them kind of has their own weakness, but, you know, the game's focus on letting you, you set them on fire. You know, the game focused on letting you, you know, get a lot of combat. You know, there's not a lot of, it's not about tactics, it's more about just, you know, blowing apart the enemy before they get too close. See, the guy holding the lamp can set you on fire, but if you time it right, you can set his friends on fire, which is pretty fun, because then you can just back up and let them all burn to death. G98. No stripper clips, because, you know, of course not, it'd be too easy. Actually sprint in this game. Where you can run up and hit him. Super attack, sort of. Dynamite. The dynamite selected, one key press. Use his weapon and blow up that. Apparently what was supposed to blow that up. So you're not sure when a lot of the guys are dead. That is one issue that I do have with it. That, you know, a lot of them go down but don't. There doesn't seem to be any. Oops. And I'm out.
Who are you? The reinforcements? And I thought I'd been in the army a long time. Listen.
See, and they just...
This area is already lost. Everybody is either escaped or they're dead.
Oberleutnant Jonas Zimmerman of the 6th Corps, 8th Army. I have an urgent delivery for the Field Marshal.
Well, the officers have all been evacuated to Fort Stern. You should come with us to the field airport. It's close enough. And find yourself a pilot to get you there. We're supposed to rendezvous with our train crew. They'll be passing nearby.
Vulgat. And here we're advancing.
October the 5th, 1916. We've had to retreat. Something terrible happened. There's not enough of us to handle this. Had to
Great
gas
Scottish
the corridors.
accent.
There's too many of them. We've a few minutes to meet now, but I can't. I have to write something. I'm shaking a bit, but we wouldn't be. We're heading back to the station. Our transport could arrive any time now. Tim Oster.
This game, unlike the other, everything's fast enough that I can actually, you know, play, and I can't really talk very much. Throw a grenade out, bounces off me. Since there's no friendly fire, which is convenient, since there's no fire control in any of this, I can set my own guy on fire. He does, nothing happens to him. Throw another grenade out there. Come down here, see what this guy's doing. They're glitching. Set him on fire. one grenade. That's new. I'm not gonna use that before. See, the problem is there are a lot of weapons in this, and it just kind of gets bogged down because they're all. Oh geez, these things. Because a lot of them are equally as good as any of the others. I don't know if those lizards things are. They appear sometimes they're very hard to kill and they kill you very easily, but sometimes they just explode. There's a lot of weapons in this game, and they're all just about all of them are equally good. Like they can all do the job that you want to do, but it basically all comes down to personal preference as to what you want to use. I'm not sure this grenade is entirely accurate for the time period, but. There's a vampiric shrine here, which gives you updated stuff sometimes. We'll try and see what happens. Nope. Big ammo chest.
I'll blow this thing away. Stay close, though. The creatures are everywhere.
Yes, they are.
Let's go!
The screen shake I do not like. It's just, kind of unhelpful, motion sick. See, some people do like these pre-animated executions that are pretty good. It's not like they make all the zombies look kind of waxy. I think they're trying to make them look. I mean, they're trying to make them look dead and also kind of waterlogged because it's verdun. But it just kind of results in them looking like they're made of plastic. Not exactly scary. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I mean, the non-player AI like those guys, they can kill just as many enemies as you can. They can't die, so I mean, there's no little threats. Usually, you can just let them run or whatever.
In the name of God, what's happening here? This disease, it's nothing like the one I was working on.
Don't know what it is, but it spreads bloody fast. Some of them behave like mad animals, and others, they're evil. It's like they're possessed. Ambush, take cover!
See, like you said,
Don't stop,
some of them are
let's
just
go!
zombies, but then some of these guys are full on. Oh, yeah, that's right, you can do the mighty boost, almost like Duke Nukem. Works pretty well, you can kick guys back and shoot them once. I'm not sure that's how you shoot them in PA2. One thing is that when you take damage, a lot of these guys, they just kind of, it blinds you. I mean, just the flash of, the red of it flashing and the muzzle flash blinds you, and you just got fire that work. So, I mean, yeah, the physics are, cool, fun, but in like that, again, Duke Nukem, Castle, not Duke Nukem, my dog. Sort of that way where, like, you kick somebody, it'll knock you back, it's entertaining to kick a dude and see what, happens to his body, keep shooting him. I like the music. again, you can carry infinite weapons.
Goddamn traitors! Eat this!
Pretty sure it's one of the guys carrying an MG08. There's these special guys that do that, and they're pain. The guys with green eyes, they're usually the ones that are possessed. Like, you know, they're still intelligent, they can use weapons and
We
such.
can't move on without masks.
Someone go and find us gas masks! Hurry up! Can't take much more of this!
Apparently really short, but apparently it's another problem of forced perspective.
October 3rd, 1916. I've heard from one of our pilots that the Lost Company is now led by a man called Menge, or something like that. Don't remember the name, but from what the pilot says, they went missing a few days ago.
It's gonna be Mengele.
The airman's a good
Calling
bloke.
it.
He's sticking around to send our men in the right direction. Florian Mechler.
These guys were some of the first enemies that actually gave me pause and left me slightly disturbed. They're not trench raiders. They're almost like they're wearing British or Scottish uniforms, but they wield two bayonets. They have like kind of high-pitched accents. They giggle. So it's kind of it's creepy. They're corporals, obviously, but they're almost like the not very dead looking. But yeah, I guess they're almost like commandos or something. I just thought it was a cool character design, that's all.
War, plague, and a bunch of idiots. Now where are the masks?
Fast, that is their problem. They're fast, they just slice in, slice it. One gas mask?
Got one.
Like that, yeah. Represents. But still, I like fighting. You'll see a lot of, especially later, more advanced werewolves, these weird things that are like these twisted things. They look almost like the monsters, they look almost like the Seekers, or whatever those things were called from Amnesia, the first Amnesia game, the good one. The one that actually legitimately scared me enough that I only played 15 minutes, but yeah, I'm a coward. They're like almost like they have a wrapped in barbed wire with old German helmets on them, very long jaws. Those are the sounds they make when they move. It's sort of like these when they giggle and they're coming at you. They look very creepy. So, man, I like a monster like that. That looks almost like something you recognize, but some sort of twisted version of it. That's right, there's some environmental kills you can do, of course. I mean, I was surprised when I first played this, because like people were saying, oh, it's kind of a... Can't see anything again, see the... Oh, I finally did get it, okay.
Another one.
Words right out of my mouth, sport. Oh, he's on fire. That's it for now.